Hey everyone, this is Paul Gale from paulgalenetwork.com, and thank you for joining me today for video game news. It is September 12th, 2020, and these are the top stories of the day. But before I get quite into the top news stories of the day, since it is September 12th here on the West Coast, here in the United States, that means it's already September 13th in Japan, and that means that I could officially say to at least part of the world, happy 35th anniversary Super Mario Bros. Yes, my favorite video game franchise, Super Mario Bros., turns 35. It was first released for the Famicom in Japan on September 13th, 1985. So, congratulations, Nintendo, on the Super Mario Bros. Franchise being more powerful than ever before. You've got new titles coming out 3 decades into this awesome series legacy of Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, partnerships with shoe companies, theme parks opening up, movies set to release in the not too distant future, and just talk about a series that has stood the test of time. Its original games still hold up. Literally, the first Super Mario Bros. Is still a lot of fun to play today. Its songs have held up over the generations. It has always been there to pioneer new technology, whether it was the analog stick on Nintendo 64, pushing 3D to new levels with 3D Land, making good use out of pointer controls and motion controls with Wii and Super Mario Galaxy, and just the amount of variety that it brought to 3D platforming gaming with Super Mario Odyssey. You could really pick any game and say there's never been a truly bad Mario game. All are good, if not great, or perfect, or close to perfect in many cases. It's just a fantastic franchise. It truly is my favorite. I love Mario. So thank you, Nintendo, for doing such a good job over the years and creating so many awesome fans, to Mr. Miyamoto, to Charles Martinet, to all involved at Nintendo over the years, back then in the early Mario days, over the years, nowadays. Thank you so much, and congrats once again. And here is to many more amazing years to come. I'm looking forward to it. Now, to officially begin with typical, normal daily gaming news updates, I've got to start off with a big one, and that is that SoftBank is nearing a $40 billion deal to sell ARM to Nvidia. Now, they acquired, SoftBank that is, acquired ARM a few years ago for $32 billion. So if this sale goes through, that will be an $8 billion profit in just a few years, which is tremendous growth. SoftBank hasn't really done much with ARM to take advantage of what they have, so selling it to Nvidia makes sense. This is going to create, like the article says, a real powerhouse in the chip industry. It would really shake up the semiconductor business if it goes through. Makes me also wonder just what it would do for Nintendo, because it seems like Nintendo and Nvidia have a long partnership ahead of them. Probably Nintendo plans on continuing Nintendo Switch-like systems in a hybrid model. And even if they don't do all hybrids, I'm sure that they would still partner with Nvidia for standalone home console, connect to the TV only type systems. But regardless, if Nvidia and ARM are under one roof and Nintendo's still in the picture, which they will be for the foreseeable, potentially 15-20 year future, I think the video game market's going to get a lot more exciting, and it's already pretty exciting as is. So this is a big one. We'll find out next week and beyond if the deal goes through, but it's looking likely. Next up in gaming news, another old school series, speaking of Mario earlier, is Final Fantasy. I picked an image of Final Fantasy VI because Final Fantasy XVI has a good chance of showing up next week in some capacity. And just, 6 and 16, that's why I picked 6 for the image of this story. If Final Fantasy XVI gets shown up next week, it would be pretty exciting. I definitely want to see where they go next with the series. They have a lot of different things that they have covered, from medieval to steampunk, fairies and castles and that lore, to more realistic nature with cars, vehicles, like in 15. We got everything from Midgar to this design in 6, which is one of my favorites still. And they've explored a lot. I'm sure they're going to continue pushing the graphics farther, bigger, hopefully better stories. And yeah, now just where we would see Final Fantasy VI show up? Well, potentially right here. Sony dropped this on Twitter today, and based off of the rumors that I've been hearing regarding Final Fantasy XVI, if it does show up, it would be at the following. This is Sony's next PlayStation presentation. It's going to be a 40-minute long event early next week. And it's going to be all about games. They're going to show off a lot of what their third parties are working on for the PS5. It's their PlayStation Showcase, September 16th at 1 p.m. That's going to be pretty big. Now, I don't know necessarily if Final Fantasy XVI, as I was talking about in the previous news piece, would be exclusive to PlayStation 5. But chances are, if it's shown next week, it's at this event, which makes me think it might have some type of timed exclusivity, or maybe, I don't know, could it be exclusive? I don't know. I don't know if I see Square Enix doing that these days, but you never know. A mainline new entry Final Fantasy, it makes sense to have it from Square Enix's perspective, in my opinion, to be on as many platforms as possible to maximize sales and reach that growth potential. But you never know. Sony could have put a good amount of money towards this project to nail it exclusively. Then again, we'll see. Final Fantasy XVI might not even show up next week, though I'm sure it's going to come sooner or later, but I think we're going to see it come September 16th. And next up, you remember when Video Game News with Paul Gale Network unveiled the Puma Super Mario Brothers shoes a couple of weeks ago, and eventually it was made available for pre-order, right? Well, now I'm happy to say that Puma's got more in store, including some hoodies and a t-shirt. These will be made available officially on Puma's website and their partner websites such as Champs, Sporting Goods, and Foot Locker in the coming days. New shoes will be made available as well, September 17th. Now, if you notice, these have some very splotchy, ink-like Super Mario Sunshine inspired design to them, right? Even this electric blue is kind of like the manta ray level, you could say, in Super Mario Sunshine. Looking at the top, of course, there you go. Super Mario Sunshine in the right and the left shoe, Mario and the logo itself, respectively. Giving a look at the back of the shoe, we have the sprite, pretty cool. Get a look at that ink splotchiness there. And then we have yet another shoe, Super Mario Galaxy inspired. And these are pretty cool. They've got a nice blend of blue and purple and black and some white stars all around it. Of course, inside you see Mario and the Mario Galaxy logo in the right and left shoes, respectively. And Shine Sprite on the back. So this is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing these shoes. Now, I, of course, already pre-ordered the Super Mario 64 shoes. And I'm happy because today, on the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, at least in Japan, since it's the 13th over there already, as I mentioned previously, today I got in the mail my own Super Mario shoes. But before I show you those, I'm going to show you the other shoes that I got from the Nintendo Vans collab a couple of years ago. Okay, these aren't mine. These were my son's, but this was one of the designs of the Vans shoes. See? Pretty little. This had Game Over on the bottom, which is pretty cool. There we go. What? Oh, yep. Game Over. So that was kind of fun. The Vans shoes had a very different design philosophy behind them. They had ink print on all over the shoes, different characters and whatnot. They were pretty cool. We also have these. Once again, also my son's. These are the Yoshi print. My daughter grew out of those as my son did already. She wasn't even born when these came out. All of these shoes from Vans and Nintendo came out June 2016. My son was born November 2014, my daughter March 2017. So she got to wear those for a bit. Now she's wearing these, which is cool. These are my wife's. Still fits. Although after pregnancy, women's feet tend to get a little bit bigger. But yeah, these Princess Peach ones are really nice. And Kim, my wife, has done a really good job in keeping them clean and nice and slick. They look good. Now mine, from the old Vans collection, are a little more worn. But I got this cool tie-dye one. Of course, they all say Game Over on the bottom, and they're really nice. You can see that these are definitely more used than my wife's. But the color has held up pretty well despite being 4+ years old. These are actually the Havaianas sandals. Nothing special at the bottom. You can see they're pretty worn, and you can see exactly how much pressure that I put on my feet, and it looks like my weight distribution is pretty even between left and right feet, so that's good. And finally, probably my favorite one. These are nice. I've kept these in the best shape. These are the Mario and Luigi shoes, and actually, in addition to having purchased this pair for myself, not here earlier is another one of these pairs in the small, like 4.5 toddler shoes that my son and daughter both got to wear, respectively, when they were really little. So we all had matching pairs of these. But this one's really cool. Again, the smallest stuff doesn't fit anymore with either of my kids, but at least we have other stuff to grow into. And that actually brings me to the Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Sunshine shoes. If I'm not mistaken, they are just for kids, unlike these, which are available for kids and adults. And that being said, here's the box. I'm stoked. So this is an official unboxing of, so I'll put this up here. I guess I'll hold it so you can see it too. This is an unboxing on a video game news day of the Super Mario Brothers Puma shoes, inspired from Super Mario 64. Now, they took a different approach with these than Nintendo and Adidas did, or Nintendo and Puma did, or sorry, Nintendo and Havaiana did, because these shoes are a little more low-key. If you know that they're Nintendo, but if you don't know that they're Mario shoes, if you don't know that they're part of this celebration, you just think that they're pretty stylish red and blue shoes. Like, that's it. Looks cool, right? I opened the package upside down, but here you go. You see the bottom of it. I'll flip it up for you. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've seen this online already, but it is very pretty in person. It's got a nice, smooth Mario right there. Cool background art. Different screenshots from different games over the years. Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Brothers. We have New Super Mario Brothers, 3D Land, Mario Maker, Mario Land. Looks like a Nintendo 64 box. You've got green up top, yellow on the side, blue here, and red here. If you remember, Nintendo 64, it was the fun machine, and it was a fun machine, but that's what it was advertised as, and it was a very colorful box, so that's definitely the inspiration. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. The paper, my wife's gonna love it because if it's a Nintendo box and if it's cool, I keep it. I keep all these boxes and stuff, so yay, one more shoe box, you know? But that's some cool paper. Paper is of the same style as the front, you know. You've got Mario Galaxy on there, Super Mario 64, etc. And here are the shoes themselves. Let's open it up, yeah? Nice. That's a slick shoe. It smells new. It smells like Nintendo. Okay, I don't know about smelling like Nintendo, but it smells good. And yeah, I don't know if you can see inside. Yeah, you got it. Oh, that's actually a perfect shot. Super Mario 64 right there. It's got a really nice texture to it. You've got a suede-like feeling here. This blue feels like suede. This is a nice rubber texture. The dots feel all different. Cool grooves, like it looks good. Ooh, this is rough. Nice. Good, thick shoelaces. I actually have the Club Nintendo shoelaces, a couple of different styles. There was a white set and a yellow set, and they both came packaged together. I might at some point put them in here, but I honestly like the red a lot. You know, as I previously mentioned in another video game news video, I like just this subtle yellow right here for one of Mario's buttons, you know? But yeah, that looks neat. That's one shoe, anyways. And opening up the other one. Yeah, all this paper's totally going back in there. Boxes going in the closet. Here's the left shoe. And inside you could see Super Mario. So that's the right and left shoe. Just like how you see on the image. Pause on the screen. You know, bottom of shoes got these yellow coin-like designs to them. White grooves that are totally going to get dirty, unfortunately, but that's the reality. And the back's got these cool stars. So if you saw the stars, you'd be like, okay, that's Nintendo. I get that. That's Mario. But if you just wanted to have a nice, slick shoe, unless if someone looked up close and saw that the tongue said Super Mario on it, someone might not even know. Now, I'm proud of it. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just some people want something, you know, slick and nice, elegant, without necessarily having characters. Because some people are more about this, open and wild and definitely got colorful print, and some people are more about this, you know. The kind of shoe that I normally wear is more on the style of tennis shoe, basketball shoe, than flat bottom shoe, since I do a lot of running and exercising, weightlifting and stuff like that. To compare this with something else though, here's not a Nintendo shoe, but just here's some, you know, blue and yellow primarily, some white to the Nikes. But Similar quality shoes, very good. These are high tops. These are normal, but you could see that, this is a style that I like with, nice color design, good variety, good lines. So this is going to be an everyday shoe for me. Like, I will wear this to the gym. I will wear this when I am training people, and this is probably an E3 2021 shoe as well, because I love them. I want to show them off, and I hope to see other people wearing them too, so I could say, hey, nice shoes. Oh yeah, you too. All right, that was a fun unboxing. Hopefully you enjoyed. Well, that's it for video game news today. Happy 35th anniversary to Super Mario Brothers in Japan, and soon for us in the United States. Let me know, what do you think? What are some of your favorite, most fond memories of Super Mario Brothers? What does the series mean to you? What do you think of Nvidia possibly securing its acquisition of ARM for $40 billion? What do you think of Final Fantasy XVI? Are you a fan of the series? Are you looking forward to seeing what they do next? Do you want to have a steampunk vibe, a classic knights, kings, and queens fairy vibe, something modern, something totally different, space? Oh, that'd be kind of weird, right? You never know, though. And what do you think of these Puma shoes? Did you get these? Are you getting any of them? Are you looking forward to the Galaxy or the Sunshine ones? Let me know. All right, that's going to do it for Video Game News with Paul Gale Network. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a good rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. As always, any comments are appreciated, and I will get back to every single one. All right, take care.